It is with deep sadness I welcome you all to today's event to remember and honour Jeff Lee, ISEP's former Executive Director, who died peacefully on Friday the 21st of February 2025, surrounded by his loving family after bravely living with cancer for 10 years. Today's event is organised and hosted by ISEP and colleagues that have worked with Jeff throughout his impressive career. We hope that today will allow us to come together to recognise and celebrate the impact Jeff had in his years of working with young people, focusing upon health education and then his long career in the substance use prevention field. To those of us who were lucky enough to work with Jeff, he was never just a colleague. He built strong personal relationships with the people he collaborated with, and we look forward to hearing from them and those that were a part of Jeff's life today. Firstly, I would like to thank you all for joining us and for leaving your tributes to Jeff on ISEP's website or our social media pages. It has meant a lot to all of us reading your memories of Jeff and sharing them with each other. I know it has also meant a lot to Jeff's family and friends who have been able to read them as well. Secondly, I would like to thank the contributors to today's commemoration and the ISEP team, particularly Olivia and Kojo, for working with me on this. It is an emotional occasion that has been hard to prepare for, and we hope we are making Jeff proud by honouring his memory, although he never liked to fuss or to be in the spotlight, so he won't thank us for that. Before I talk about Jeff's professional achievements, I want to talk a little bit about the Jeff outside of work. Jeff was a devoted husband, dad and granddad. His granddaughter called him G-Dad, and a wonderful, funny and supportive friend. He cherished time with Tracy, his wife, his 3 sons, David, Sam and Ali, their partners Catherine, Nicola and Edie, and his granddaughter Nellie. He took great pride in raising his children and embraced family moments wholeheartedly. A passionate football fan, Jeff followed Nottingham Forest, and as some of you will have experienced, he delighted in introducing colleagues and friends around the world to his team. He found joy in playing golf with his friends, going to watch Forest, listening to music and catching up, and keeping that strong relationship with the friends he had made around the world. So now I'm going to give a brief summary of Jeff's professional life before others talk a little bit more about what he did at the various phases of his career. Jeff left university in 1971 with a bachelor's degree in theology and a master's degree in human relationships. He became a teacher and worked for 9 years in schools in Nottingham and the south of England. In 1980, he spent 2 years working with the Health Education Council before moving to Loughborough to take on a deputy headship at a new school, Woodbrook Vale, which was opening with the mission to do secondary school differently with a much more child-centric, supportive approach. Whilst at Woodbrook Vale, Jeff did a lot of work on the health education curriculum and left in 1985 to focus upon this at TACAID, the Teachers Advisory Council on Alcohol and Drugs Education. From TACAID, Jeff took a role as Senior Programme Manager at the Mental Foundation, an international charity focusing upon drug prevention and in particular supporting the workforce by helping the helpers. He became Mentor's Executive Director and worked there until 2014, developing multiple international prevention initiatives. After Mentor, Jeff took on roles with Applied Prevention Science International and Liverpool John Moores University. His work continued to focus upon providing tools to the workforce to help them deliver better prevention via trainings with APSI and the European Prevention Quality Standards with Liverpool John Moores. In 2015, ISEP was born, and Jeff became its first executive director, then worked on the development of our national chapters and scientific areas of work before retiring in 2024, but still volunteering to develop materials for the prevention field. Alongside his positions, Jeff has always provided consultancy to international organisations such as UNODC and WHO. Jeff was working right up until his last few weeks, and his dedication to his work never tired, as you will learn in today's ceremony. We will now hear more about Jeff's achievements, more details about his career, some funny stories and heartfelt messages from Jeff's colleagues and those he impacted throughout his professional life, which he dedicated to prevention and education. Thank you. Whilst we are hearing from Jeff's friends and colleagues today, please feel free to leave your messages and your memories of Jeff in the chat. We look forward to reading them, as will the others that can see them during today's commemoration event.
My name's Viv Evans, and I worked with Jeff in the late 80s and 90s for an organisation called TACAID, the Teachers Advisory Council on Alcohol and Drug Education. Jeff transformed the organisation. He was our boss. He transformed the organisation into the leading education and prevention organisation of its day. Jeff led TACAID in the implementation of innovative curriculum programs supported by national workshops of teacher training. Perhaps the most significant of these was a program called Skills for Adolescents, which, with support from the Lions clubs, reached nearly every local authority in the country. Jeff was a champion for what we now refer to as personal and social education in schools and for prevention generally, influencing government officials and politicians to ensure schools delivered this vital subject. Jeff's presence then on the international stage began when he was at TACAID, working on behalf of government in Commonwealth countries, delivering training courses for teachers, and forming strong partnerships with government and NGOs in these countries. Jeff was a visionary and an inspirational leader. He is sadly missed, but his legacy in the world of prevention will survive. I'm now going to finish with a tribute from the chair of TACAID at the time, Graham George. It is with great sadness that I learned of the death of Jeff. I knew him and worked with him when we were both involved with TACAID. I grew to admire his superb management skills and highly developed sense of integrity. He was always destined to assume bigger responsibilities, which he subsequently achieved on the international platform. The substance misuse education and prevention world has indeed lost a legend.
It is an honor to share with you Jeff's roles and invaluable contributions to ISEP. One thing is for sure, ISEP wouldn't be ISEP without Jeff. For me, Jeff was a visionary par excellence. He was full of ideas. He was able to identify the need for something. He was able to create a concept, a plan, and he was able to motivate the people around him to work with him to make that idea a reality. And many of the areas and projects that ISEP has created were driven and inspired by Jeff. So how did it all begin? Jeff took part in the meetings in which the need for coherence and collaboration in our field was identified. At the 2015 inaugural ISEP event, Jeff was asked to come on board and to turn ISEP from a project into an organization. Jeff not only planted the seed for the organization, he also watered it and contributed significantly to its growth. In the 3 years of his leadership, he created a work culture that was inclusive, welcoming, and uplifting. He encouraged everyone to participate, share their ideas, and ask questions. I will forever remember his words, "There is no such thing as a stupid question." Jeff was instrumental in the development of national chapters. He supported and empowered national chapters at the local level. And he deeply cared about the challenges faced by them. One of the principles Jeff lived by was to understand and empathize with the opinions and the perspectives of others. He would oftentimes remind us to put ourselves into the shoes of others. In the conversations I have had with people since Jeff's passing, it became clear that Jeff touched so many lives and left a positive and lasting impression, even in short interactions with others. Bridging the gap between research and practice was another of Jeff's key principles. Jeff created and led ISEP's scientific support team, and he planted the seed for ISEP's Scientific Council. Jeff said, "We believe that investments in evidence-based prevention will both save money and have a significant impact on positively addressing substance use disorders and related behavioral issues. It will also help increase the quality of prevention interventions provided by the range of prevention stakeholders." In all of that, Jeff was a preventionist at heart. He was an advocate for prevention and for young people. Jeff was involved in so many different prevention initiatives. I've just listed a few here. As an avid Nottingham Forest football fan, he would transfer his knowledge and passion for football to the prevention field. There are some words from Jeff that I would like to share with you all because I think they are more important than ever. "You have made and continue to make a major contribution to the world of substance abuse, and we need to remember that these inputs have had a positive impact on many people, children, the general public, and of course, the professionals working in the field." If I were to meet you again, Jeff, I would reassure you that your contributions have been nothing short of extraordinary, leaving us all deeply inspired. I would reassure you that your legacy lives on in all of us, in all the lives that you have touched. Take care and keep smiling.
Hi. Jeff first took me under his wing when I joined ISEP in late 2019. He taught me everything I needed to know about national chapters and so much more. He always used to say, "There's no such thing as a silly question." So I embraced that quote and asked him many over the years. Jeff will forever be in my heart. He was a truly wonderful man, full of wit, wisdom and great advice, and I will miss our chats terribly. I'm wearing this Nottingham Forest scarf in his honour, and I hope he'll approve. Thank you.
Now it is my turn to honour Jeff and the time that I worked with Jeff, and it's very hard to know where to begin when talking about my experience of being friends with and working with Jeff. I'm incredibly lucky to have known him for many years and worked with Jeff in my very first job, where he gave me an entry into this field and gave me the opportunity which led to this point in my career. Jeff is the reason I work in this field. He influenced me greatly in how I work and lifted me up along in my career. When I was first working, Jeff would guide me gently, always offering more praise than criticism and showing me day in and day out the importance of the team and your colleagues. We had a lot of fun as well as achieving a lot at work, and I was honoured to follow him around the world, supporting him on work trips, sometimes at a run if I was trying to keep up with him in an airport. I worked for many years in a support role to Jeff, and he gave me great encouragement, involved me in everything he was doing, allowing me to experience so much, from board meetings with the Queen of Sweden to trips to the favela of Bogota to visit the prevention projects that we were supporting. Our adventures were great and varied, but nothing gave Jeff and I more pleasure than the debrief after the work we were doing and passing the hours together on the long trips home. Jeff was my boss, my colleague, but most importantly, my friend. And I'm incredibly grateful for all the 3 roles that he played in my life. Thank you, Jeff. And as you told me a million times, you are a star.
My name is Melody Heaps, and I'm the chairman of the board of the International Society for Substance Use Professionals, an organization which Jeff built, an organization of which he was very proud, as well he should be. I got to know him very early on. I saw his compassion, his dedication, his intelligence, all traits of a very, very good heart. Jeff's legacy is one of healing a broken world, of befriending a community of like-minded friends and colleagues who are dedicated to social justice. On behalf of the board of directors, we are thankful and grateful for his leadership, friendship, and also his wonderful humor, and for bringing to us a vision of a compassionate, kind, and loving world, a vision which we so desperately need right now. I am thankful I got to know him both professionally and personally. I will so miss him. Bless you, my brother.
Hello, everybody. I'm Rachele Donini, one of Jeff's colleagues and friends. And I was asked to say a few words in loving memory of Jeff. And when I was thinking of what to say, I was reminded of Jeff's exceptional writing skills and remarkable ability to always find the right words. And this always happened, always when addressing difficult and complex issues. He was deeply committed to his professional field, particularly to drug prevention. This dedication was inspired by his love for and commitment to younger generations. He envisioned a world where they could grow, express their talents, and make most of their lives. Jeff kept on working till the end, developing courses and training materials to equip and empower the prevention workforce. And for the past 4 years, I had the privilege of working alongside Jeff on developing these courses for ISEP's national chapters, which he cherished and recognized as a significant milestones in ISEP's structure. He faced his illness with dignity and strength, being able to make fun of himself. I remember the time that he put the pirate look on, taking really fun of himself. And while our initial connection was professional, we soon became friends and had a very deep respect and esteem for each other. And I imagine this is the same for many of you here today. Jeff's humility, knowledge, experience, a sense of humor, support, encouragement, and caring nature have touched and empowered countless lives. And yes, Jeff, you will be genuinely missed, and we will strive to honor your legacy. Take care and keep smiling. I want to finish with these words that all of us recognize as profoundly being part and belonging to Jeff. Thank you.
I'm delighted to celebrate my friend Jeff, who has been a loyal, wise friend for more than 25 years. He taught me about prevention, and that prevention was about lifting people up, giving people opportunities, and reducing inequalities. He tried along the way to teach me about football, but he failed in that. Jeff, I will miss you, but you will be with me forever.
Jeff Lee was a remarkable mentor and a true inspiration. I admire his genuine commitment to helping others and the quiet strength he brought to every conversation. His insights encouraged me to keep striving and to see challenges as opportunities for growth. I'm grateful for the moment I had to learn from him and for the positive impact his guidance brought into my life. Thank you, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff. This is Pierre. After 35 years of working together in prevention land, I want to express my appreciation of working together with you. Starting in Lions Quest and Decade, going to Unplugged through Mentor, at the Prevention Hub, do you remember? And ISOP, of course. You could bring everybody together. We went to Russia, to Kyrgyzstan, to Beirut, and so many other places. Not only to establish remarkable prevention interventions, but also to have a lot of fun in talking about this at dinners and coffees, even if it were your Starbucks. Jeff, Banroet.
I first met this individual, or at least heard about him, in 2015 when we began to organize ISIP. I heard that he was a Brit, and I said to myself, oh my, I've never worked with anybody from Britain before. Will I have to watch what I say? Do I have to be a little more classy and straight? And I find out, well, no, not exactly, that there was a certain irony and sense of humor with this individual. I then began to learn much, much, much more. This is an individual whose passion, whose care, whose history, whose dedication, whose tireless work is something that we really need to applaud, to recognize, and I am so happy to be able to do with that. In addition, I have to say this is also an individual who has identified Joanna as our new leader, and we are grateful for that. And probably the best thing I could say about him in this day and age, he is one of the kindest men I have ever met. To that regard, I want to present the 2019 Lifetime Achievement Award to our former Executive Director of ISIP, Jeff Lee.
I think other people seemed to know they were getting an award, did they? Nobody told me. When Edie said, let's sit at the front so we can take photos, I believed her. I'm just shocked. What do I say? Those of you that know me will know that I also cry very easily. Not because I'm just a weeper, but because I feel very deeply. And I'm just trying to avoid the tears and say something that's meaningful. And all I can say is thank you. Thank you to wonderful colleagues, because I've always believed that this is a team effort, never an individual effort. I've met and worked with some incredible people. When I meet Americans, I think, gracious me, I'm a little too quiet, retiring Brit, Melody. And I think, what do I say now? I haven't got the words. I haven't got the eloquence that flows when a lot of people do speak. So my job has been, I hope, to stimulate others to speak on my behalf and to share my beliefs and help to build their own beliefs in our cause, really. My other problem is that when I stand up here, I get very nervous, and I have to go through a session where my adrenaline flow reduces so I can speak properly. Even through that, I don't know what to say, other than thank you so much. Thank you, colleagues. Thank you, all those wonderful people out there who've made it a joint effort. Please, let's work together continually at all levels to make life a better place for our future. Thank you so much.